Did you get along with everyone on the Golden Girls?
Yes. B was not that fond of me.
This is mud on our faces. We're not really black.
What is it that you gay guys like so much about Blanche?
Oh, yeah? Why? You got something against black people?
The Golden Girls was a beloved sitcom that won hearts during the 1980s and ran for 7 amazing seasons. The show broke new ground by showing older women as the main characters and created important discussions about aging and friendship. Even today, people wonder what led to its eventual end and why it remains so popular. The idea for the Golden Girls came from an unexpected place. The show's creator, Susan Harris, got her inspiration from a funny skit that made fun of the popular TV series Miami Vice. This skit featured 2 actresses, Selma Diamond and Doris Roberts, who played older women navigating dating and relationships with charm and wit. Harris noticed that television rarely showed the lives and experiences of older women, so she saw a great opportunity to create something different. The show gained momentum when NBC executives, especially Brandon Tartikoff, who was the network's president of entertainment at the time, were looking for a show to fill the difficult Saturday night time slot. Saturday night television was hard because many people chose to go out or rent movies instead of staying home to watch TV. Tartikoff had been interested in creating a female-led series, partly inspired by the 1953 film How to Marry a Millionaire, which starred famous actresses like Marilyn Monroe, Betty Grable, and Lauren Bacall. That movie was about 3 women looking for wealthy partners and had been very successful. Although Tartikoff liked the idea of a show centered on women with different personalities and goals, he wanted to give it a fresh and modern twist. During a preview of upcoming shows, he watched the skit performed by Diamond and Roberts, which showed the humor and warmth of older women in a Miami setting. Their comedic chemistry and the skit's playful take on mature friendships convinced Tartikoff that this concept could work well on television. A contact, Ted Susan Harris, who was already known for creating successful sitcoms like Soap and Benson. Harris immediately saw how a full series could develop around the lives of older women, bringing humor, emotional depth, and real-life issues to television screens. From this foundation, Harris created The Golden Girls, a story about 4 older women living together in a house in Miami. Each character was carefully designed to be unique yet relatable. Blanche Devereaux was a Southern belle with a romantic flair, adding bold and flirtatious charm to the group. Rose Nyland had a sweet and naive personality that brought innocence and warmth. Dorothy Zbornak was practical and often sarcastic, serving as the voice of reason for the group. Finally, Sophia Petrillo, who was Dorothy's mother, brought a blunt and quick-witted perspective that added humor to nearly every interaction. Together, these characters formed a vibrant group that reflected different personalities, making it easy for viewers to connect with their quirks and shared experiences. The show premiered on NBC on September 14, 1985, and was immediately successful. It quickly connected with both critics and audiences. The first episode earned strong ratings, helping the Golden Girls become an important part of NBC's lineup. The show's writing, which mixed humor with moments of genuine emotion, received wide praise. The performances of the 4 lead actresses were also celebrated, as each actress brought something special to her role, capturing viewers' hearts with portrayals that felt real and endearing. This unique combination of sharp writing, memorable characters, and compelling chemistry helped establish the series as more than just another sitcom. The Golden Girls focused on 4 single older women living together in Miami. The cast included Blanche Devereaux, a widow who owned the home, Rose Nyland, another widdy, Al, Dorothy Zbornak, a divorcee, and Dorothy's outspoken mother, Sophia Petrillo, who joined them after her retirement home burned down. The show began with Blanche, Rose, and Dorothy already established as roommates, after Rose and Dorothy responded to a bulletin board ad that Blanche had posted at a grocery store. Together, they experienced a mix of heartwarming and humorous moments, while navigating the ups and downs of life and friendship in their golden years. In the first episode, a character named Coco, played by Charles Levin, was introduced as a cook, but the character was removed after the pilot. Writers decided that the main interactions between the women happened naturally in the kitchen, and having a separate cook would take away from the closeness of their friendship. Sophia was originally intended to appear only occasionally, but she quickly became a regular character when preview audiences responded so positively to Estelle Getty's witty and lovable portrayal. The pilot was filmed on April 17, 1985, marking the start of a 7-season run that would eventually include 180 episodes. The series beautifully captured the everyday lives and relationships of its main characters, blending comedy with moments of real emotion. Blanche, played by Rue McClanahan, was a charming Southern belle with a lively social life. Betty White's character Rose was sweet and somewhat naive, frequently sharing quirky stories from her small hometown of St. Olaf, Minnesota. B. Arthur portrayed Dorothy as a practical and sharp-witted woman who often served as the group's voice of reason. At the same time, Estelle Getty's Sophia was quick-tempered and full of clever, candid remarks that provided much of the show's humor. Each character brought a unique personality that contributed to the warm, funny, and relatable dynamic that made the show a hit. The Golden Girls connected strongly with audiences partly because it focused on older women, an age group rarely shown in leading roles on television at that time. Instead of following stereotypes about aging, the series presented these women as active, independent, and fully engaged in life. Their deep friendship and the emotional support they gave each other became central themes, highlighting the importance of companionship and connection, especially in later years. The show's humor was complemented by its willingness to address serious issues, including aging, illness, and complex relationships. By combining laughter with heartfelt moments, it created a show that was endearing and easy for many people to relate to. The impact of the Golden Girls went far beyond entertainment, sparking conversations about the roles and views of older women in society. Its popularity continued well past its original broadcast years, with reruns and streaming services allowing new generations to discover and enjoy it. This lasting appeal demonstrated the timeless nature of the characters and their stories. Throughout its run, The Golden Girls remained one of television's top-rated shows and won numerous awards, including multiple Emmy Awards and Golden Globes. The show received 68 Emmy nominations and won 11 Emmys, along with 4 Golden Globe Awards and 2 Viewers for Quality Television Awards. Remarkably, each lead actress won an Emmy for her role, making The Golden Girls one of only 4 live-action shows where every main actor received at least 1 Emmy. Critics and fans celebrated the show for its witty dialogue, relatable characters, and ability to address social issues with sensitivity and humor. Whether dealing with friendships, love, or loss, The Golden Girls portrayed older women as independent, lively, and full of personality, challenging societal stereotypes and appealing to viewers across generations. The series opened doors for new portrayals of mature characters on television, and its impact continues to be felt as a groundbreaking show that redefined what sitcoms could achieve. The story behind The Golden Girls is as interesting as the show itself, with unique dynamics among the cast adding layers to their unforgettable performances. B. Arthur, Betty White, Rue McClanahan, and Estelle Getty brought chemistry to the screen that felt both effortless and natural, yet their relationships off-screen were complicated and sometimes tense. B. Arthur, who played the sharp-witted Dorothy Zbornak, was known for her strong-willed personality, and her approach occasionally clashed with Betty White's. White, who portrayed the lovable and somewhat naive Rose Nyland, had a sunny disposition that sometimes bothered Arthur. Arthur reportedly disliked White's habit of chatting with the live studio audience during breaks, finding it distracting. Even with these underlying tensions, both women maintained a professional attitude and worked together seamlessly to create the humor and warmth that became a hallmark of the show. Rue McClanahan, who embraced the role of the vivacious Blanche Devereaux, shared a more easygoing relationship with her castmates. Her history of working with Betty White on Mama's Family had already established a friendly relationship between them before they began filming The Golden Girls. McClanahan's exaggerated Southern accent quickly became a defining feature of Blanche, though she initially played it down. Producers encouraged her to emphasize the accent, adding charm to Blanche's confident, flirtatious character. Estelle Getty, the youngest actress in the main cast, despite playing the eldest character, Sophia Petrillo, was loved by her co-stars and fans alike. While Getty had an endearing presence, she struggled with stage fright, an ongoing challenge for her throughout the series. Despite her anxiety, her performance was so well loved that her character, initially intended as a minor role, became a core part of the show's main grandeur. Production decisions played a significant role in shaping the dynamics of the Golden Girls. Originally, the character Coco was introduced in the pilot episode, but producers later decided to remove him because they felt that the best interactions among the women happened in the kitchen, where they could share intimate moments and heart-to-heart talks. By eliminating the role of a separate cook, the show's focus on friendship deepened, and the chemistry between the four main characters became central to its success. Estelle Getty's character, Sophia, was expanded based on the overwhelmingly positive reaction from test audiences, further emphasizing the strength of the show's core group. Despite the show's light-hearted tone, some aspects of the production were challenging. B. Arthur, for example, expressed frustration over the frequent jokes targeting her character's physical appearance. Many of these jokes focused on Dorothy's height and supposed lack of femininity, which became a recurring theme. Arthur found these jokes tiring, and at one point insisted that the writers reduce them, even threatening to leave the show if they continued. This demand highlighted the balancing act the writers faced between maintaining the humor audiences loved and respecting the sensitivities of their cast members. Though tensions occasionally arose, the cast found moments of connection through shared lunches that created a sense of unity that carried over into their performances. This friendship proved essential, as the show's heart lay in the friendships and interactions between these four women. Their ability to work through differences and deliver seamless performances each week reflected their commitment and professionalism, a dedication that fueled the show's long-lasting success. The Golden Girls was remarkable not only for its humor, but also for its bravery in addressing Serious themes. Episodes tackled issues such as aging, illness, and complex relationships, drawing from the creators' and cast's own experiences. One notable episode about chronic fatigue syndrome was inspired by the series creator Susan Harris, who had been diagnosed with the condition. This personal element added depth to the show, connecting with audiences who saw their own lives reflected in the stories. The Golden Girls has had its share of controversies and criticism throughout the years. One of the most talked-about issues involved an episode from Season 3 titled Mixed Blessings, which Hulu removed in 2020. This episode centered on Michael Zbornak, who intended to marry a black woman named Lorraine. In a scene that sparked debate, Blanche and Rose came out of the kitchen wearing mud masks, and Rose commented about not being black. Some viewers interpreted this moment as blackface, leading Hulu to take the episode off its platform. However, an article later clarified that the scene did not portray blackface. Instead, the characters were genuinely using mud masks. In 2023, Hulu brought back the episode, acknowledging the context and intent behind the scene. Aside from this specific controversy, The Golden Girls has faced criticism concerning its portrayal of sensitive issues. Known for tackling topics ahead of its time, the show addressed issues such as AIDS, gay marriage, and teen pregnancy, subjects not commonly discussed on television during the late 1980s and early 1990s. For example, in the 1990 episode 72 Hours, Rose worried that she may have contracted HIV from a blood transfusion. AIDS remained heavily stigmatized at the time, and by handling this storyline with compassion, the show helped educate viewers on the issue, contributing to broader understanding and reducing stigma. Gay marriage was another groundbreaking topic the Golden Girls tackled in the 1991 episode Sister of the Bride. Blanche's brother Clayton announced his plan to marry his partner, sparking conversation on marriage issues. Years before gay marriage became legal in the United States. Additionally, the show explored teen pregnancy in Mary Has a Little Lamb, where a young pregnant girl sought refuge with the Golden Girls. These episodes received praise for their forward-thinking approach, though they did attract criticism from conservative viewers who felt the show was too bold in its subject matter. The show's finale aired on May 9, 1992, concluding a beloved chapter in television history. Titled One Flew Out of the Cuckoo's Nest, the hour-long episode followed Dorothy, who met and married Lucas, Blanche's uncle. Dorothy decided to move to Atlanta with Lucas, and although Sophia initially planned to join them, she ultimately stayed in Miami with Blanche and Rose. This finale was significant for the series as it marked the departure of B. Arthur, who played Dorothy. Arthur's choice to leave was the main reason behind the series' end. The finale drew an impressive 27.2 million viewers, making it one of the most watched finales of its time. Following the success of The Golden Girls, a spin-off series called The Golden Palace was launched. This show centered on Blanche, Rose, and Sophia as they took on the new challenge of running a hotel in Miami. Dorothy did not join them in this series, highlighting B. Arthur's absence after her departure from the original show. The Golden Palace attempted to carry forward the legacy and charm of the Golden Girls, aiming to connect with its loyal audience. However, despite the enduring appeal of the characters and their humor, the spin-off lasted just one season, indicating that capturing the essence of the Golden Girls without all the original cast members was challenging. After the Golden Girls ended, each main cast member took different directions in their careers, continuing to impact the entertainment world. B. Arthur, who brought Dorothy Bornak to life, kept acting mainly on television. She had recurring roles in shows like Dave's World and appeared as a guest on popular series such as Malcolm in the Middle and Curb Your Enthusiasm. In addition to her TV work, Arthur returned to theater, where she found success on stage throughout the 1990s and 2000s. She passed away in 2009 at age 86 due to lung cancer. Betty White, who played the lovable Rose Nyland, became a cultural icon after The Golden Girls. She starred in the spin-off The Golden Palace and continued to shine in both TV and film. She appeared in shows like Boston Legal, The Practice, and That 70s Show, and lent her voice to animated characters, including in Toy Story 4. Her career saw a major revival in the 2010s thanks to a memorable Snickers commercial and a widely supported campaign to have her host Saturday Night Live, which solidified her status as a cherished pop culture figure. White remained active in her later years, inspiring generations with her talent and charm, and passed away in December 2021 at age 99. Rue McClanahan, who played the flirtatious Blanche Devereaux, also remained involved in television and theater. She joined White and Estelle Getty in the spin-off The Golden Palace and continued to act in various television shows and movies. McClanahan was a dedicated advocate for animal rights and faced health issues, including breast cancer in 1997 and a stroke in 2009. She passed away in 2010 at age 76 from a cerebral hemorrhage. Her advocacy, humor, and dedication to her craft remain a significant part of her legacy. Estelle Getty, who portrayed the wisecracking Sophia Petrillo, continued her role in The Golden Palace and made guest appearances in other shows. Despite her popularity, Getty struggled with severe stage fright, which she managed throughout her career. She was diagnosed with Lewy body dementia in 2000, which led to her retirement from acting. She passed away in 2008 at age 84. Getty's portrayal of Sophia broke new ground as one of television's most beloved elderly characters. Today, all four main cast members of The Golden Girls have passed away, with Betty White being the last to leave us in 2021. Their work and the legacy of their characters continue to live on. The Golden Girls remains a cultural landmark, still capturing new audiences through reruns and streaming platforms. The show is celebrated not just for its humor, but also for the warmth and progressive themes it brought to television. It portrayed older women as independent, dynamic, and full of life, breaking down societal stereotypes about aging and demonstrating the strength of friendships between women. Though the main cast is no longer with us, their portrayals of Dorothy, Rose, Blanche, and Sophia remain a treasured part of television history. The legacy of B. Arthur, Betty White, Rue McClanahan, and Estelle Getty lives on, touching viewers with their humor, their courage, and their portrayal of deep, enduring friendships that continue to inspire people of all ages.